Hello and welcome. Today is our first day. My name is Eduardo Emeres,
Catherine Bird.
today is our first time launching this program. That's for your safe coach. It's about mental health.
Yeah, it's about being safe within yourself and feeling safe within your own thoughts.
Yes, absolutely. We want to say hello and welcome to everyone who is watching and will be watching in the future. Thank you, Catherine.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much
Thank
for
you.
this opportunity. Thank you for everything that this new challenge brings
Yeah,
about.
yeah, a complete massive challenge. It's kind of diving right into the fear of the
Yes,
unknown,
yes,
putting yourself out there, laying yourself bare.
yes.
I'm excited and very nervous at the same time.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. For people who doesn't know anything about this safe code, what would you say the safe code is, or what's that all about?
I think for me,
Hmm.
it was a process that enabled me to kind of, in the moment, to know that I'm safe inside myself,
Yes.
offering me a gateway to be able to process
Yeah.
sort of certain emotions, understand them. So I've never felt safe anyway,
Yeah.
and never mind within myself. So this has basically given me the opportunity to be able to kind of do that, which is then the start of healing. So
Massive.
massive,
Massive.
huge, yeah.
Now, what about people who are watching? Because now we have people watching, so maybe you want to say hello to those who are watching and tell them what they can expect from today's program.
Today we're basically saying yes, thank you for watching. Not done anything like this before. Very much out of my depth. Always kind of been one of those people that needs to be unseen, even though I'm loud and brash and a sort of bold person. It's kind of wanting to be visible yet invisible. But so thank you for your time in watching us today. Firstly,
Yes.
from today, we just kind of want to talk a little bit about ourselves and how we came, I suppose, to finding each other and being able to kind of get to this stage of putting this program together. And yeah, and what we've kind of how we got there, and a little bit of how you've helped me
How you help
in,
me?
yeah, and how Tapolini had saved me on a few occasions
Yes,
when you never even really knew.
true.
And I think I just want to put myself out there a bit vulnerable for people to know it's okay to be vulnerable.
Yes.
It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel. And you don't need to suppress it. And you can still hold yourself together
Yes.
while sort of doing all of those things.
Yes.
So, yeah, I suppose that's me.
And I also want to acknowledge the comments on the section. We have Rhiannon who just said hello, hello, and good luck.
Good luck, Pickle.
Good luck, Pickle.
She's my Pickle.
There you go. There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Ree. Love you.
So here we are, and this is the beginning of a new chapter
Yeah.
in our lives.
Yeah, massive
And
chapter.
hopefully also for people who want to feel safe within themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, because of the fact that I've been both sides of the coin, because I've worked within the mental health industry as a support worker and as sort of team leader basis and
Yes.
things like that. So, but I've also been on the other side as a patient
Yes.
within the hospital setting and within a sort of crisis rehab sort of setting. So I've seen both sides, and there's so many things that I would love to be able to kind of teach people, because from being able to be both sides, I can see the kind of misgivings that are on both sides of the fence
Yeah.
and the way it's unbalanced.
What would you say in your experience is the biggest lesson that you've learned, or the biggest challenge that you had to overcome to go from being patient
Mm-hmm.
to having the opportunity to help others, and now feel
Yeah.
like you feel safe enough to
Yeah.
do something like this publicly.
I think for me, it was a case of a lot of the time, I think being on the other side of the fence as the worker, the boundaries thing is always mentioned about sort of keeping firm boundaries with your patients and things like that. But a lot of the time, it makes you a little bit devoid, makes you a little bit detached from them almost, because they don't then see you as human when we can't give our human experiences.
Yeah.
And I think that's a disadvantage to the people who are in the services, because as a service user, all I wanted was to feel like I connected with somebody enough
Yeah.
to trust them to give them my full experience and what I was feeling. And I always felt that because they didn't hold that experience of being in it,
Yes.
that they almost judge it because they don't know.
Yes. That's so true. Or
And
they can abuse it.
massively.
In my case, for example,
Yeah.
I was sent to my psychologists and psychiatrists all the time when I was in primary school, since
Mhm.
primary school. And I think the first doctor that I went with, he sat me on his lap and began to kiss me.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was what, 7 years old.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking, what's going on? And this is this old man uh, just touching me,
Yeah.
and obviously that created a barrier between carers
Yeah.
and me needing support or
Yeah.
thinking that somebody could help me.
It's a big part of the hyper independence that
Yes.
I've got as a person, because when I've been in settings with doctors and things like that, I felt unsafe.
Yeah.
Because either the environment I was in or the people that were sort of within the appointments or whatever, it wasn't kind of a safe environment to really kind of spill. So you learn from such an early age
Yeah.
that you're not safe.
True. And then you just keep retracting and making yourself
Yeah.
just this cocoon that nobody can crack, not even yourself, and you
Yeah.
don't understand what's going on. And
Yeah. Yeah.
there you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
So you lose then that understanding of yourself
Yes.
and who you are, because you're also then afraid to show your emotions to anybody else, because a lot of the time then you become the sensitive child.
Yeah.
You know, and which is the case with me. I was the sensitive child. I was the sort of one that was always crying, or the one that was always asking questions, or inquisitive, curious, you know.
Yeah. I was the angry one.
Yeah.
I was the angry one who was destroying everything. Or leave me alone 5 minutes, and believe me, this place will look very different.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just the sensitive kind of, like, you know, typical sort of sensitive little girl, but curious, and a people pleaser always.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yeah. But I mean, that instilled from there, when you really look back, the sort of repetitive behaviors that we've displayed in as an adult,
Yes.
because we've been given an unsafe place from such a young age.
Yes.
How are we then to kind of meant to ever feel safe after that with anyone or anything?
With yourself.
Yeah,
How
because you
to
don't
feel-
trust it.
Yes. And here, for example, I think would be very nice to talk a little bit about Tapellini and the practice and the discipline.
Yeah.
I believe that any discipline, it's your superpower, as you said.
Yeah.
Your self-discipline is your superpower,
Yeah.
and that is absolutely true. Whatever you do, if it's breathing, if it's dancing, if it's whatever it is, if it's a discipline that you create on yourself, on your own, and you maintain it, that will definitely give you some advantage over everyone and everything and all the problems that you have. Tapellini, what it has, it's a combination of three techniques.
Yes.
That in themselves separately are very powerful and efficient. One in the detaching from the emotions, which is the tapping technique. I don't know, you probably have heard of EFT. I mean, EFT is very well known. Many people do the tapping technique now, even more now. Another one is the Kundalini. Kundalini, it's a process, it's a technique, it's a science. They say that Kundalini yoga is a science of consciousness. And it's about the process of getting to know yourself, getting to know what's happening within yourself, and also realizing that there is a connection to a
Yes.
higher understanding or higher consciousness or a source of information or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. And then we had the breathing, the deep breathing. And the whole idea with this tapping technique or the whole Tapilini concept is to give you a sense of ownership that you can be with yourself, release any emotion or attachment to emotion that is not serving you, that is normally connected to the fight, flight,
Yeah.
and freeze response of the nervous system, and then get an idea of what to do with the situation that you are right now dealing with.
Yes. Yeah.
That is what Tapilini is all about. And if you want to know more, we will definitely be talking about a lot more in the future.
Yes.
We practice Tapilini.
Yes.
We've done it.
It's actually saved me on occasions where I have literally been in the depths of despair.
Would you like to talk about that, Ipe?
No, but I mean, maybe not yet. But
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to? I don't know.
No. It's, I mean, I'm opening the space in case that you feel safe enough to talk
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean, I maybe not quite the full kind of thing there yet, but
Yes.
I mean, it was the proper depths of despair.
Yes.
Where I did practice the technique to the point where I felt safe in the moment. Felt safe in the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that level of safety was what kind of switched
Yeah, true.
in my brain, that at least once in my life I have found a safe space that I can go to.
Yes.
Where it's okay to be me.
Yeah. Yes.
Which leads on to the kind of growth therefore, I suppose.
And you can actually look at your demons face to face,
head on,
right in front of you, and instead of just panicking or trying to collapse into a million pieces, you look and say, okay, what's going on? What's happening?
I dare you.
Yeah, I dare you. I dare you.
I dare you, you know?
And if you let me, I would like to share how Tapilini was born, because he was born in one of those very difficult, challenging moments. I was working in Glenholm. I was working in Glenholm in that residential home for mental health.
This is where we met.
That's where we met many years ago.
Yeah.
And I was talking to another colleague, and I was inviting her to say, something, why don't you look into group therapy? And she was talking about child abuse. And she was like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with that. And me looking into options for her, I found out that there is a group for survivors of child sexual abuse, exclusively for men. And I thought, something, I never, ever, ever talked about my sexual abuse with anybody since I had this doctor that when I was a child. So I never talked about it with anybody. So I went into this group therapy.
Yeah.
The moment I arrived there, everybody was crying. And I was like, these people. And then we were like, I don't know, probably 10 people, 10 guys sharing stories. When the opportunity came to me to share my story, 2 seconds before, I was like, this is bullshit. This is definitely not helping anybody. I'm just listening to stories and dramas. And the moment I opened my mouth and I began, hello, and I don't know, I don't know how did I open my talk, or I began crying. And I realized that I had so much that I hadn't shared or healed. And I realized by the end of my 5 minutes or 10 minutes that I talked, that I was in huge pain. I came back home. I've been doing Kundalini yoga for many years. I mean, 1991 was when I went to my first retreat. So almost 30 years now.
Wow.
And I was doing my Kundalini meditation, Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. But then I realized it wasn't doing the job that normally did.
It didn't give you the
Well, it
release.
didn't give me the peace. It didn't give me the centeredness. It didn't give me the it's okay.
Yeah, it didn't wrap its arms around you.
Not at all
No.
whatsoever. And I was dealing with all these new monsters that came out of the therapy, and I didn't know how to feel safer.
Yeah.
And I remember I was doing the Guru Guru Vahe Guru, and instinctively began tapping. And I already knew about the tapping technique because I took the course in 2012.
Right.
So I knew the routine
points.
and the tapping points. And so I began doing the tapping and repeating the mantra and breathing deep. And by the end of the first session, I was like, whoa, this shit really
Light
works.
bulb.
Whoa,
Yeah.
this really works. Obviously, because it was something that it just happened. I didn't give it enough credit.
No.
I use it for
Oh,
myself.
well, no, because you didn't have no self-belief,
I
did
did-
you?
Yeah, because it's like, well, this is something that just came out. This is something that came out.
come
Nothing.
on.
Yes. And it was. I mean, I kept using it
Mhm.
throughout my whole group therapy.
Yeah.
It worked. There's some flies that I really don't like. And it worked perfectly. I finished my therapy, and I actually felt liberated,
Yeah.
free.
Mm.
I felt safe. I finished that. I think it was, I don't know how many weeks of that therapy. I managed to talk to the person who first abused me when I was 4 years old,
Wow.
which is a family member.
Yeah.
Managed to get closure.
Yeah.
Managed to be able to forgive
Mm-hmm.
and to begin to forget.
Yeah.
At this point, it's, I would say, irrelevant.
Yes.
I can be grateful for the experience,
Mm.
for the difficulty and the pain, because it helped me to grow larger. And I know that through that, Tapellini came about, and now it has helped so many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
that
The butterfly effect, isn't it? It's the
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. That person who abused me gave birth in some way to a technique that can help so
Yeah.
many other people in the same
Yes.
similar situations.
Yeah. And it's for me it is like about giving people a space.
Yeah.
This is a real space. This is no filter. This is no, that it is what it is.
Filter. We are who we are.
No filter.
Yes.
No filter. But yeah, I mean, it's people need to see vulnerability for what it is.
Yeah.
And understand that vulnerability is not a weakness.
Yeah.
It's in fact quite a strength to be able to sit with your emotions, to understand the emotions that you are in.
Yeah.
Because when you gain the understanding of the emotion that you're in, you gain understand of how to control it and how to react.
Yes.
Which gives you your power back.
Yeah.
What is more safe than that?
What is more empowering? I mean, bloody hell. I mean, if I could believe in myself 1% fully and without self-doubt, I would be able to create anything.
Exactly.
Anything. I would put my mind into it.
Yeah.
But because I get into these cycles of, yes, I can. No, I cannot. Yes, I can. No. How dare you even think that you can? Yes, I can.
Yeah. No.
Just get rid of everything.
Yeah.
Start from zero.
Yeah. And I'm the same with confidence.
Yes.
Because like I battle with this, oh yeah, I feel good today. And then I go, oh, but the thing is why should I feel good? What have I got to feel good about? I don't this, that kind of like you have a war with yourself.
Constantly.
Constantly a war.
Yes.
But it's kind of, I think, because obviously we're on the journey as well,
Yes.
as obviously we've got that safety within us. Even though we've got that safety, we're still looking on that journey of going deep into ourselves to understand who we are,
Yes.
and why we behave the way we do.
Yes.
You know, so it's not kind of like we're asking you, saying that we've done and completed the journey and we're perfect.
No. It's every day. Every day I was sharing with you this morning.
Yeah.
This morning I woke up and the first thing in my mind is like, I cannot breathe. And then I realized, excuse me, can you really not breathe?
Yeah.
Oh no, yes, I can breathe. So what's going on? It's
Yeah.
my mind. It's my mind sabotaging whatever process that we are starting this new day, and just conflicting situations and fears, insecurities, blah blah blahs, and be able to have a safe place, a safe haven.
Yeah.
That is
priceless.
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 It's priceless. That's
Completely.
why right now we are so committed to share this with people, because I want people to feel the way I feel.
Same you. And I think this is why I'm willing to be open, which is something, as I've said to other people before, I'm as open as I'm closed.
Yes.
You know, because I don't reach out as a person. I don't share kind of completely everything with people, because I have this hyper independence that I have to deal with shit all on my own.
Yes.
But it's sorry, I got distracted then.
No. The thing is, I was reading Rhiannon's comments,
bless her.
she's so lovely. She's so lovely.
I know, I love her. She's very good. But the thing is that's just it. I mean, I'm very fortunate as well with the people that I'm surrounded with now, because I found as well when my energy has changed, and the more I'm kind of getting in line with me, and being comfortable with me, the people that are around me are also on the same wave.
That's it.
Which makes it easier for me to be me.
Yes.
And that's important.
Huge.
To know who to put your energy into, who not to, but also accepting people for what they are.
Yes.
Because if you can accept somebody else for what they are, then that means you've got the ability to accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
So people need to kind of really need to have a look at themselves and realize that they're absolutely wonderful as they are.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I'm thinking about people watching. I'm thinking about those people right now that say, give me a little bit of that. Okay, I want to feel safe, because in my mind, in my heart, in my life, there is not 1 second, not one moment when I feel safe. What can I do to begin to feel safe? What would you, from your experience, what would be the very first tiny minuscule step that people can take to go from into
the breathing.
The breathing.
The breathing is the first. Get your breathing under control. Concentrate on that solely.
Yes.
Once you've got your breathing, then you can kind of step into kind of introducing mantras and so forth. Because once you've got your breathing under control, you're in a little bit more control within you.
Yes.
Because once your concentration goes there, the thoughts can kind of bypass.
Yes.
It quietens the mind that little bit more for you to kind of enable you to calm, and it physiologically changes the body.
Yes, absolutely.
As well. It'll reduce your heart rate. I mean, it's such a good way to kind of, and I know it's hard to do.
Yes.
Very, very hard, because I know what it's like when you're starting to get into a panic and you're trying to catch your breath, because I can't do this. But believe that you can.
Yes.
Because you hold inside you all the keys and ingredients to be safe.
And we are not talking about something that we read somewhere.
No.
This is something that we experience, and we do it all the time.
Yeah.
Now you practice or I mean, you have been doing breathing
Breathing
techniques for a while.
techniques,
Is there
yeah.
one that you can share right now
Oh,
that you can share?
the one I can't remember. It's Joy of Breathing. She does
Mhm.
a free class having us on a Wednesday at 6 p.m. our time.
Yes.
It's quite a challenging one because it can mean sort of holding your breath, and
So it's about timings.
is the timings. It's 35 breaths, kind of very precisely done in a certain way.
Okay.
Where and then you hold a breath out rather than in.
Okay.
Where for me, what showed me is the belief in myself that my body is going to take control. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If I'm in that situation of panic and I'm going into hyperventilation, it kind of showed me that actually, no, my body's in control. My mind is just going wild. I can do this.
Yes.
It's that you can.
Yeah.
It's having the faith
Yes.
in you. I can do this. Changing can't to can.
Yes. 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 I remember that. For me, my biggest um, dark hole was depression.
Mhm.
Depression was massive for me,
Yeah.
and I'm going from I want to die
Mhm.
to let me take a deep breath in.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was like massive, but it proved itself in the moment. The
Mhm.
good thing about breathing techniques is that you don't have to wait 15 days
No.
for it to make an effect on you. It's immediate.
Yeah.
You probably need to take the first deep breath when you are in the deepest moments of chaos and
Mm.
darkness. Ah, and then you just continue it.
Yeah, and use the breath, the outward breath,
Yes.
as a form of release, as a form of going, oh, okay, he's gone.
Yes, he's gone. I can take another one.
It's as easy as it's kind of it's literally. It sounds
Yes.
so simple,
It sounds so simple, but
but it is simple.
in
But
that
it's hard to do.
in that moment, going from
yeah.
and going like you want to
Yeah.
cover it, and no, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing helps, nothing
Yeah.
works. I want nothing to take a deeper thing. And you know something, for me, something that's really helped in that moment is trying to change nothing. I mean, meditation and breathing techniques shouldn't be done. Eventually, yes, but
Mm.
at the very beginning, wherever you are,
Yeah.
in the moment, if you are under your bed, if you are inside the closet, if you are in any situation, whatever
Yeah.
you are, just do it. Don't think that just because you are in a very bad position or in a very bad state because you just had a bottle of wine or because of
No, yeah.
whatever it is. I mean, you cannot do this.
Just breathe.
Just breathe. Just believe me. If you are in that in that stage, it will override everything else, and you will connect with your breathing. Life, it's amazing. Your
Yeah.
survival instinct, it's amazing, and your connection with yourself, your energy, your spirituality is incredible. So whatever we feel, whatever darkness, whatever influence,
I know it's okay. You are allowed to feel the things that you are feeling.
yeah,
It is okay to feel them.
yes,
Just don't let them grip you.
that's it.
Don't let them become the owner of you.
Yes.
Become the owner of them.
There you go. There you go. Was that the lesson of today?
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry. No, but
I love it. I
yeah.
love it. I love it.
But yeah, I mean,
Grounding, said Rhiannon. Yes, of course.
yes, grounding. Yeah,
Grounding
it's
is
so
also
vital.
so vital.
So
We
so
don't do it.
vital. No.
We don't connect with Earth. We don't connect with
Oh, but
with.
now see, when I do them, then see, this is something I do like to do when I go home.
Yes.
So obviously, I go back to Wales quite a lot, and I will go into the forest. I'll touch the trees. I'll thank them. I'll be very grateful. I'll sometimes take my shoes off.
Yes.
And just stand with the earth and just be appreciative of the
Yeah.
fact that I spend a lot of time walking within the forest.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
As much as I can, actually, because that's for me, it's a happy place. It's a place of comfort. It's a place of beauty
Yes.
and appreciation of what we're surrounded by, because at the end of the day, they sustain our life.
Yes. 100%, and we are part of it. We are part of life.
It's the cycle.
It's a one whole organism.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! What a first session today.
Yeah.
Is there any questions? I mean, Rhiannon and anybody watching, if you would like to ask us anything,
Anything?
because you know something, this program eventually is going to be a three-way conversation.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, we are starting, Kath
Slowly.
and I, together, and today, obviously, because it's our first time, we didn't know how it was going to go.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think that we want to
Invite people
in to create this.
I'm getting my Rhiannon on here because she's got a story to tell. I can tell you.
Rhiannon.
Sorry, Rhi, you are coming here and you're going to tell your story, because I am so goddamn proud of you. You can't even begin to understand.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we definitely need inspiring stories. We need motivational speakers. We need people who have been down there and have come back and got stronger and have a message. Because that I believe that whomever went into darkness and into the pits of hell brought a message back.
Every time.
Every single time.
Definitely.
There is not one time that you can fall down into the worst situations and have no experience and no lesson.
Yeah.
What did you say?
She said, I just want to say how proud I am of you both, and I'm very excited to be part of it.
Yay!
Can't wait.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, Rhiannon.
Yeah.
So we are 30 minutes into this.
Yes.
Is there anything you would like to share? Something that you would like this first step out of the closet, out of the anonymity, to mark?
I think it would be nice for me to kind of allow people to know what my diagnosis is, maybe.
There you go.
Because of on paper,
yes,
I mean, I should be very unstable and I should be completely out of control. I mean, I've got diagnosis of bipolar disorder, PTSD, severe anxiety, and borderline personality disorder, or emotionally unstable personality disorder. I can't remember what the other one. EUPD. Yeah. But that's the diagnosis that I've received. I've also got other health conditions and things as well, like chroniclitis, hypermobility in my joints, sort of those types of things. So yeah, so I'm quite aware of what it's like to be in pain in your body. I've also gone through a massive weight loss.
Massive. I mean, I actually don't have
photos. No, we'll do that another time.
Yes, I actually was going to ask you to give me the pictures, because I could have just had a little slice.
Can we just show them? Hopefully our viewers will want to see. But yeah, 10.5 stone.
Amazing.
Yeah, completely different person.
Yes.
Completely, yeah. And yeah, Tapolini was a massive part in the wake up.
Yes.
The growth.
Let me put
everything.
Just in case people want to Google the Tapolini.
Yeah.
Let me put it here. Tapolini.com, people can visit.
Yeah.
There is a lot of information. There's everything, because it's absolutely free.
But we've also got a open Facebook page as well for people to come and join us and kind of interact with each other. And
well, one thing is the technique. The technique Tapolini is one thing, and another very different thing is the safe code.
Yes.
The safe code, it's a process where we will little by little from nothing to everything, kind of guide people or walk the process with people in how to feel safe.
Yes, yeah.
Do I have I mean, I don't have this.
We haven't put it on, have we?
I
Oh,
didn't put
see,
it
look
on.
at me naughty,
I
doing
didn't-
things that I haven't already previously talked about.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
like me at all. Total digression. But yeah.
Well, that would be that's what we will bring
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah, because Tapolini is part of the safe code and trying to and us to be able to kind of offer people a way in which to feel safe in themselves. So it kind of means, yeah, it's just valuable, isn't it? I mean, having that space to know that you're able to go through your cycle,
Yes.
that's safe because it's within you.
I mean, those diagnoses that you were talking about, I mean, they are not.
No, they're not
Uh,
little play by night
it's not
ones.
like, oh, I had a cold last night.
No, I mean, I've been hospitalized through mental health. I've been hospitalized through physical health. I mean, yeah, I've literally.
What would you say is your aim? I mean, that's
Oh,
that's a diagnosis. That's where you come from.
mm.
Where is your vision about?
My vision is to detach myself from the diagnosis, be aware that there is the kind of, I'm aware that I do hold the possibilities of these traits, of the illnesses, and that they have diagnosed me with, but not that I don't believe it's there,
Yes.
but I want to be able to have the full control over it. I don't want to be reliant on medication, personally. Not that medication is a bad thing. I mean, it's very helpful when you really need it.
Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, it's definitely needed.
Yeah.
Definitely, when you're at the lowest point, because otherwise I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't gone through my cycle and course of medication and treatment.
Yes.
To be that's the crux of it.
They are definitely lifesavers, but I don't
Yeah.
think are.
It's not lifetime.
Lifetime.
No,
No, it's not forever.
Because the thing is otherwise all you're doing is picking a scab off a cat,
Yeah.
putting a plaster over it, and having to change the plaster all the time because it stops working.
Yeah.
Because you're not dealing with your inner demons, your inner battles. And the thing is this goes for addiction as well, because like I've been through addiction, as well as the mental health issues, which is a sort of side-by-side combination of things. I mean, to try and deal with the both at the same time, it's almost impossible in the way that the funding is today. I mean, it's hard, because addiction it's self-discipline on another level.
Absolutely.
And like I do say though, self-discipline is my superpower.
Yes. But you know something, I think the core of everything is feeling safe.
Yeah.
Because even with addiction, I mean, I remember for me, I had this time, it was between 5 and 7 o'clock in the evening, that every single day, regardless of how good my day was, by 5 o'clock, it was like I need something.
Yeah.
I need wine. I need food. I need sex. I need whatever.
Yeah.
To take me out, because I don't have anything else to do.
And the thing is people think that they're actually addicted to the item that they're doing. You're not. You're addicted to the distraction.
Yeah.
And this is why when you finish one addiction, you move straight into another.
Yes.
And it's the
you
cycle.
Just need a void.
Yeah, you need to fill the void. You need to kind of like, this is why feeling safe inside you is vital, because if you can't sit with yourself, you're going to continue to run.
Yes.
And you're going to look for the distraction.
Yes.
And you're going to go and eat your cake, or you're going to, not go to the gym, or you're going to drink a bottle of wine, or you're going to go and take a line of cocaine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you haven't got the respect for yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
and then you feel ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, for us to be able to speak about this publicly, it takes a lot of feeling safe.
Yeah.
A lot of feeling safe, because you don't want anybody to know your darkest secrets.
No. No. Oh, and I'm the biggest culprit of being really closed and really this is like me completely laid bare.
Absolutely.
Completely.
And for that, Kath, honestly, it's a massive step, and I truly honor your strength because it's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy.
But if I can do it,
Anybody
and I
can.
really mean that, if I can do it, I mean, after the amount of kind of traumas and shit that I faced through life quite closely,
Yes.
that nobody even really knows, this is, it's a lot.
It's a
But
lot.
yeah.
But you can
Yeah.
do it, and you're
Yeah, of
doing
course,
it, and you're
yeah,
doing
exactly,
it amazingly.
exactly. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's because I feel safe in who I am.
Yes.
If I feel safe and I know who I am, and I think because I know who I am now, other people, what they have to say about me doesn't really matter, because I'm very assured that I am me.
Yes.
And whatever anybody else's perception is of me, that's on you. If you've created that,
That's not your responsibility.
it's not my responsibility
at all.
No.
Good.
No. So yeah, that's growth, isn't it? That's kind of like
That is a moment of transition. How you called it before? The
butterfly.
Yeah.
Becoming the butterfly.
Yes, that's the
Leaving the
butterfly
cocoon.
moment. Absolutely.
Just going and just letting it be and putting the words out there and seeing who hears.
And fly.
Yeah.
And begin to fly.
Yeah, hopefully.
So this is the beginning of our new program. I want to thank everyone.
Yeah.
I want to thank you, Catherine, for this opportunity. To be honest.
I mean, if it wasn't for yourself, I wouldn't actually be sat here.
If you hadn't been for yourself, I wouldn't have done this before. Yeah. I mean, honestly, although I've been out and done videos a lot of times, there for me was different. I needed that kind of validation, but this one, it's real.
Yeah, it's raw.
Because we are together.
Mm-hmm.
We have a common interest.
Yeah.
We have a common goal as well. So we know what can feeling safe do for yourself, and therefore for other people. And this time, honestly, I needed a push. And you gave me that push. You gave me that opportunity to say, I'm very excited. I want to do it.
I was literally like tapping messages to him. Come on, when are we starting? When are we starting? When are we starting?
And I was like, no!
And then I arrived here this morning and had to do breathing, literally, just before we went live, because I actually became so anxious that I nearly put myself into a hyperventilation.
Yes.
I could feel my heart going, everything. I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it? That's when you maintain, you have the control.
Yes. And thank Rhiannon and everyone who's watching and will be watching in the future. This is the first video. We will be doing this every Thursday, 11 a.m. London time. And we are also opening the invitation to people who want to participate. Send us a message, send us a comment, get in touch, and tell us why would you like to be part of this program. If you would like to share your story, if you have something that you would like to share with us and or with everybody, just open up. Come to us and
give us a topic to discuss. Give us a
topic. That's another one.
Just like let it be yours. This is about you. This isn't about us.
Yes.
This is about you being able to kind of feel safe, and we want you to feel safe. So, if you want us to be open about a certain thing, or if you want us to discuss a certain topic, or if you think that there's something that you would like us to kind of have a look at, it's your floor.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, universe, Catherine, space, everyone. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week.
Yes, 11. Same time.
Thank
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let me see. Yes.